The market dropped another 1,000 points yesterday. My only goal today was to close the morning green, and I did it, up $13,100. A little bit of redemption. I wasn't expecting it today. I really wasn't. I thought today might just be a $500,000 day. Boom. We saw a great opportunity. I jumped in, out of the gates, gap and go strategy, our go-to, $13,000. My work is done. So finally, I'm back in the green on the month. It's been, so far, a very difficult month. I've actually not been in the green on the month at all. And here we are on the 7th trading day of February. But now I'm in the green. So with one really great trade, I recovered all of my losses. I recovered 6 days of choppiness, and now I'm back in the driver's seat. So we're going to start Monday morning. It'll be a new week, fresh week, and I can start rebuilding. Basically, Monday is going to be day 1 of February for me because today I made back all of my losses and maybe another $500 or $700 in profit. So the month starts now. Monday morning will be my opportunity to start getting focused and start building up those gains so I can try to close this month in good shape. Maybe $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 of profit. We'll see what I can do. It's been a very choppy market, and so right now, if I could just close green, I'll be a pretty happy camper. Now, again, what are these things doing? I'm going to Disney World. I'm going in March, and you can join me. We're going to have a conference with all of our Inner Circle students. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can learn more about how to join us in Orlando, Florida, this coming March, the end of March, if you go over to our website. All right, so let's break down all the trades from today in today's midday market recap. All right, so we're going to break down the trades from this morning. Redemption. It's not what I was expecting today. I really wasn't. I didn't think today would be a big day at all. It's actually the second best day of the year for me, with $13,161.31 in profits. So I'm gonna write it in my calendar, make it official. Once I write down my P&L for the day, I don't keep trading. So 161.31 on the 28th day of 2018. So today, definitely a redemption day. It's been a really choppy month. I mean, there's no doubt about it. This has been, I just saw our news desk in the chat room said this has been the worst week in the Dow Jones in the last 9 years. And, you know, I've been trying to trade through it pretty much like this is just, you know, any other week. And I definitely took some unnecessary losses. I'm finishing the week up about, let's see, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So I'm finishing the week up about $6,000, which is good. And I finished last week up around 10,000. So let's see, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, something like that. So, you know, it's been, like I said, a bit of a choppy couple of days here, and I didn't get February off to the start that I was hoping for. I was hoping to start in the green and just surge forward, but of course I started with a red day, and only today am I getting myself into the green. So I'll be up about $860 for the month of February once today is said and done. So, you know, that's not where I wanted to be as we start the second week of the month, but it's okay. You know, it's we've still got an opportunity to bounce back and kind of get into the driver's seat on the month. And you know, I'm fortunate to be out of the hole as quickly as I am. One of the things I was showing you yesterday was that drawdown. So I had drawn my account down about $12,000 off of all-time highs, and that was kind of getting to the peak of the drawdown I was comfortable with. And so now to bounce back up is nice. And I actually might still have, now that I think about it, I might still have a little bit to go before I bounce all the way out. Let's see, I'm actually still down 3,800 versus all-time highs because I had a red day on the last day of January. So, you know, I'm not totally out of the woods yet. I've still got to stay very focused and try to keep building the account up. But let's look at the trades from today. So the market is whipping around. It just went from being down 250 points to being up 46 points, 60 points. A lot of volatility right now. And, I mean, in a lot of ways, that's good. We can profit from it, but I've just had a little bit of a difficult time being aggressive as a buyer when the market's been dropping as much as it has. So, first trade of the day, INPX. Straight off our watch list. This was on our watch list this morning for a possible gap and go over 357. 357 was the pre-market high. This stock had just done a recent reverse split and was gapping higher. I was watching it at that level. I had an order ready for 5,000 shares at $5. So when I do that, what I do is I type in here 5,000 shares and $5 or $4, whatever. And then once the bell rings, I can press the buy button anytime I want. As soon as the bell rang, this started squeezing up. And I was like, I'm not sure, because we've seen a couple of stocks squeeze up and then roll over really hard. But this one made a very quick move. And so as soon as pretty much the bell rang, I was adding at 95, 406, and 406. So I jumped in, 15,000 shares, sold a third of it at 452. Sold another half at 450, and with that, I was up like $7,500. Boom, just like that, 2 minutes into the day. Sold more at 447, and then I added back at 445. So this right here was a 1 minute micro pullback, and so I added back for the break over the highs at 445, selling at 460 and 480, and then adding back at 482, 485, and selling at 511 and 508. Boom. $10,000, just like that. 3 minutes into the day, 4 minutes into the day. We get a little bit of a pullback. I ended up adding again at 488, selling into the double top at 509, 510, stopping out the rest as it came back down. So with that, let's see, I think I stopped out of the rest down there, and I was out for about, 5 minutes or 8 minutes. So things kind of slowed down. We were consolidating, and then I got in down here. So we pulled back a little bit, as you can see. My next trade was at 43, which was right in here. So we had a little 1 minute micro pullback. We popped up, we pulled back. I got in for a scalp at 450. Only got a partial fill, sold it at 463, a small winner. Added back at 475 and 479 at this point, because it was the first 5 minute candle to make a new high. So I got back in right here with 12,000 shares. We squeezed up to a high of 533. I added at 508 and started selling at 509, 506. I added at 520, and I ended up stopping out the rest at 554. So that was a little bit of a screw up. I was being a little bit too aggressive at 524. I probably just should have sold the whole thing, but I was kind of like, this stock is going crazy. It's so strong. I'm already up, $10,000 on the day. Might as well, let's see what I can do here. Maybe this will be a $15,000, $20,000 day. So I pushed it a little bit harder, ended up giving back $1,500 of profit on that last one. So I was up about almost 14,000 on the name, and then 13,500, and I ended up giving back about, let's see, actually, I was up $13,480, and on those last couple trades, I gave back a total of about $1,200. So, that's okay. You don't know how much you're going to make until you, start to take a couple losses. So I think that's, pretty much consistent with my goal, which is push it until I start to see a little resistance and then step back a little bit. So a couple little scalp trades on it down here, in at 55, out at 69, in at 50, in at 68, out at 74 and 50. So a couple little scalp trades, nothing big. And then a little trade on BPTH. This one hit our high day Momo scanner. Let's see, this was BPTH right here earlier in the morning. We obviously had INPX on there. So BPTH took a little scalp on that. On this pullback, it popped up, held those levels, and so I got in on the first pullback, which was following my rules there. Long at 210, sold half 232, 1 cent off high a day, which was very nice. sold more at 19 and the rest at 210 and 202. So $880 on that one, and boom, $13,161.31 on the day. So really big redemption, great trades. I wasn't expecting it, but things just came together today. So hopefully that bodes well for the momentum that we'll see going into next week as we start a fresh week on Monday. So I know some of you guys did very well on INPX as well. So congratulations for those of you that had some of your biggest winners ever on this really big move. I saw several of you post that you had your biggest green day ever. Saw in the chat room $11,000 day with someone else, a $28,000 day. We saw a $21,000 day, a $14,000 day, Bradley, great job. A $46,000 day. So some of you guys just absolutely crushed this, which is awesome. I love to see you guys making more money than me because it just shows, you've learned my strategy and the baby bird has left the nest. You're flying, you're doing it. So that's awesome. And you guys all have different risk tolerance from me. Some of you guys are willing to push a little bit harder than me. You've got bigger accounts than I do, and that's fine. My job is to teach you the tools and let you go out and use them on your own the best way you feel you can. So really great job for you guys. You should give yourselves a pat on the back. And any of you that are finishing the week in the red, I was very close to finishing the week in the red. I thought I pretty much had it set that I was going to be red this week, and that's just would be what it is. But really turned it around. So anyone that is finishing the week in the red, don't beat yourself up about it. We've got next week. The momentum today is hopefully a sign of good things to come going into the next week and into the middle of the month. The market, it's bouncing off the 200 moving average right now. The S&P 500 are pretty close to it. So hopefully we'll start to turn around. We are in obviously a correction, but realistically we're back to about where we were in November. So giving back a couple months of profit, but it's been an incredible run since this consolidation that we had back here in 2016. The last real pullback was end of 2015, 2016. So, we're due for it, and it's not a big deal. We'll bounce back, and fortunately, there is volatility. So with volatility comes opportunity, and so I want you guys to be able to capitalize on it every time you see it. All right, so that's about it for me, and I'll be back at it first thing Monday morning. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Get some rest. And those of you that are still beginners, study up this weekend so you're prepped and ready to go when the bell rings on Monday morning at 9:30. All right, that's it for me. I'll see you guys back here on Monday morning. If you're still watching, you must have really enjoyed that video. So why not subscribe and get email alerts anytime I upload new content? Remember, when you subscribe, you become a member of the Warrior Trading family.